Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Touchline podcast. Thank you very much for joining. Please do well to subscribe, turn on notification bell, comment, like, share, and on Facebook, click on the follow button, comment, like, and share as well. I am Joel, and I'm here with
Defla, your regular co-host.
Defla Alfred.
Yo,
Defla, Charlie also.
Charlie,
Very good,
we day
nice one.
football.
Before so straight to action. International break.
Yeah,
All leagues are on hold, and majority of players, are absent from club duties and it's now international duties. Most players, are on international duties. So most of the leagues are on break. But talking of international duties, can we talk about Ghana?
we are,
Yeah, a
we are
popular
Ghanaians,
request.
so we
Exactly,
have no option
exactly.
than to
No
go
option than to
into
talk
our
about.
strike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but to note, some there are some interesting news going on with regards to the English manager. Thomas Tuchel, based on with regards to the collapse he made. Anytime an English manager makes his collapse, it becomes the news or talk of town, and everybody will definitely talk about it. And there are other international news as well, but I think on the African continent, Ghana's qualification. Ghana's qualification with regards to the World Cup, AFCON, and other news. Have taken center stage, especially when you come to the
yeah,
country Ghana and when you come to
yeah,
Africa.
yeah.
It's been a long time. We became absent or we didn't qualify for an AFCON competition, and this time, Defla, we are out of the AFCON.
Yeah, I see it as a blessing in disguise because the last time Ghana failed to qualify for the AFCON, we qualified for the World Cup for the first time after that, and we had our golden generation after that. So maybe we will have something like that after failing to qualify for the AFCON again in a very long time because our team was stagnating. Like we were at the top for a very long time, and it's just a shame we couldn't win any trophies to show for the time we were at the top. But now that some of the key players started retiring and leaving the team. Our team started stagnating for a while, but hopefully the new crop of players can do better, and I hopefully we will be able to qualify for the World Cup and show what we
Yeah.
can
So
do at the World Cup.
okay. So as you said, Ghana has been on top. We got to a point on time. It got to a point in time we were on top. Like when it comes to um, the AFCON ceremonies or the AFCON tournament.
Yeah,
Year in, year out, anytime we go to the tournament, the least that everyone expected from the country Ghana or Black Stars was to make the semifinals. And we're
yeah,
making back to back finals, back to back semifinals.
yeah.
These it was so easy for us. It wasn't
Yeah,
even a brainer. Do you
like
understand? Yeah. Before the
every
tournament
AFCON,
starts,
yeah, you knew Ghana was going to at least make the
Ghana was making it
semi-final.
to the
Yeah,
semifinal. But
at least.
5 years down the line, there has been a decline. What is the major factor? Has it got to do with management or leadership or the playing body?
It's a combination of
That is
everything.
with respect to the AFCON.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a combination of everything. I think when it comes to managerial appointments, we've not made the right managerial appointments for the since Kwesi Appiah left. We've not really made the right managerial appointments, and we've not been able to identify a philosophy where we want to play, how we want to play. So we just hire any coach to come and they come and try something. It doesn't work, we sack. Another one comes to try something. It doesn't work, we sack. Another one comes. And our talent, to be honest, our talent pool has also gone down. But I think hopefully we are getting new younger players now. Hopefully, they will be able to do something. They will be able to show what they are about in the team. Then our GFA people too, their story there is a whole lot. I don't even know what
So
to say for
yeah,
them.
per what you're saying. Okay, so per what you're saying, there's a whole lot of work. I mean, in the ecosystem or the chain of production, you can say, or the chain of, I mean, the leadership, the playing body, the management. You can make mention that there is, I mean, there is so much work to be done in every aspect of the department. And the most shocking is our talent pool now. Now, the quality of players that we expect to come to play for the national team has dropped. The level has dropped because there was a time. I mean, the competition was so high that you could have the quality. I mean, a very high quality, but because there is much and higher competition, you could lose out on a call up. But now the call up
Yeah.
seems to be so easy for people. Players are called on I mean, they wear the shirt so easily. But this is the Black Stars, Defla. This is the Black Stars. It is not easy to get the opportunity to wear the shirt. What is happening? Because you are right about the talent pool. You are right about the quality of players. Which particular player or which particular group or class of players can you really bet on to pull out a surprise, to pull out a change, to, I mean, when games are difficult, you can bet on this particular player that the presence of A, B, or C can make a change. What is happening?
Um, for now, we don't have a proven striker who is scoring for fun in their league where they are playing. But one player, one I think one of the superstars we have in the team now is Kudus. And unfortunately for Kudus, this season he hasn't been having the best of seasons. So, but I think on any day, if you want a difference maker, Kudus is there to do that.
He
Even
has
though
the
he hasn't,
quality.
yeah,
He has the
even though he
quality to,
hasn't
to do it.
shown it, yeah, enough in the jersey of the Black Stars, he hasn't shown it enough for me with the kind of caliber of talent he has, the amount of talent he has, and everything. He hasn't shown it enough for me in the Black Stars. But hopefully, he will be able to take charge of the team now and deliver for us. And Kamaldeen is also good. He hasn't had like a good stints with his club teams, but he has been very good this season. Even though Southampton have been very bad this season, I think he has been one of
I
their
think
bright
he's been
spots.
one of the
Yeah,
most outstanding players
yes, yes,
for the Southampton. And the coach really trusts him.
yes.
I
Their
mean, the
new
coach has put
coach.
so
Yeah,
much faith in him. Yeah, he really believes in him, and he's pulling out strings on the left side
yeah,
of the page, and he's been outstanding for Southampton. He's been
yeah.
outstanding for Southampton.
So for
So
me, I think those two guys right now they are our best bet to like get the team going.
okay, so now that we are out of the AFCON, I think now our major focus will be on the World Cup qualifier.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then on the table of the World Cup qualifier, how many points do we have?
we have 9 points from 4 games.
Nine,
From, yeah,
9 points from 5 games.
five
And how many
games.
games do we have from 5 games? How many games more do we have to play?
I think we have about 6 or 7 more games to
6.
play. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well,
And who are we in the group with? Who are we in the group with?
I think we have Mali in our group. We have
Yeah, we have Chad,
we have Chad, we have
Madagascar,
Madagascar, we have Comoros, who have been giving us a tough time as of recent. Then we have
we have Central African
Central
Republic.
African Republic. Yes, I think we have 9 points from 4 games played. So we've won three and lost one, which isn't bad,
So
honestly.
it isn't bad, but Kwesi, on a normal, the Black Stars we know this should be a very easy group. Like, if we
Um,
should be honest, if we can talk about football, we can say all of the football has changed and everything, but if we are being honest, all these countries, like, they are not near. I don't know. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, or maybe I'm over commenting. But I feel, looking at the pedigree, I mean, of Ghana and that of these countries. Look at, we talked about the football history of Ghana. We made an episode on that, talking about how far the country has come, where the country began from, the impact of the country in club football, in national football, like the kind of impact we have made. Has it gotten to the point where we can't even compete with Chad, Madagascar, Comoros? But sometimes it's hard to understand.
oh, it's not hard. Me for me personally, I think this group. If you are being honest, from the way we've been playing recently, and I'm looking at the table right now. Honestly, I'm even surprised we have 9 points because
Yeah,
we went
yeah,
to
very,
beat
very surprised, because we've been so bad.
Mali away from
I'm
home.
saying, yeah. I mean, this is a team that has been so bad. Like,
Yeah,
I'm also even surprised we are there on the table, like where we are as we speak,
yeah,
our position and the points that we've been able to
yes,
gather. I'm also so surprised to see that,
yes.
because this is a bad team. This has
In
not been a good team.
our next two matches, we are playing Chad. Chad, we should win easily. Chad isn't a game that should give us because they have zero
That,
points. If you look at the table, they have 0 points from the 4 games they've played. They've conceded 9 goals.
before we even go into our next game, but how has it gotten to the point that we are struggling against these teams?
Um, um, let's be honest. Every team has improved now. Now, because of most of these African countries are doing is that they are foreign locals. Let me put it this way: they are nationals who were born outside and they were trained outside. Those who would not be able to get the chance to get into the national teams of those countries,
Okay,
especially from
okay.
France.
In Spain,
Yes, France,
France.
Spain. So
Sure,
they call
sure,
all those guys back to
sure.
their national team to play for them, and it's
Okay.
working for them. If you look at Comoros, who are on top of the
I think
table
80% of
right
their
now,
players are
yeah,
Portuguese and Spanish.
yes, uh, most of them, most of them, and from France and other places. So it's not like the gap in quality between the African teams have reduced. And African football is very hard. Pitches are not that good.
Yeah, I'm
If
telling
you
you,
go away
it's not
from
that
home,
it's not easy, man.
they will put you on some pitch that will not favor you, and like you have to try
Crazy
and
pitches.
win, play good football on it. Even referees will not favor you. Refereeing in African, because when you
African
go away
football.
from home,
God.
the referees would want to favor. I think, like, to be honest, I think the hardest continent to qualify for a tournament, especially something like the
Sure,
World Cup, from is
it's
probably
Africa.
Africa. Yeah, because the
Yeah,
conditions in place for you to qualify is not
unfavorable,
easy. Yeah.
unfavorable conditions.
Everybody,
Unfavorable.
everybody wants to take advantage and unsettle your team even before you get onto the pitch.
Oh
Even
God.
where the hotels they will give you to sleep,
I said,
the training
I remember
facilities they will give you to
when we played
practice on and
against
on.
when we played against Libya. Did you see the pitch they took us to?
Yeah.
We see
So
PS2. Did you see?
yeah, Sudan. So
Hey, Sudan, yes.
so you can tell all these things. It's not easy. It's not easy. So the truth is that when you go to their homes, they will want to beat you. They will, like
Yeah.
right now, Ghana is it's not even right now. Ghana is one of the biggest teams in Africa football. So every team will want to beat Ghana, and when you go
Yeah,
away to
sure,
their home,
sure,
they want to do something for their fans to be happy. So you
exactly.
should know that everything is ready to beat you, and they will do everything possible to beat you. So I think,
And the funny
but
thing is, there was
even
a survey. Okay,
oh, you can go ahead with your point.
okay, okay. There was a survey that anytime Ghana is going to play against another country, whether qualifiers or anything, I mean, there's much interest in that country when it is with respect to football.
Yes.
The media expectation rises. There's high this thing like interest. I mean, in that country, you are talking of countries who are less interested in football, but the moment it's against Ghana, their interest rises, and it's been shown. I mean, from journalists from other countries, they are always testifying that anytime the Blasters are coming to town, it's a different ball game altogether. Meaning, I mean, the Black Stars still has influence.
Yeah, and no, Black Stars like Ghana, we are one of the pioneers of African football. So it's like let me give an example. It's like any team going to play Real Madrid or playing one of the top European teams. You
Sure.
even if even let's use example as Europa
Even
League
the
or
conference league.
something.
Yeah,
When
even the
yes,
conference league.
when the big
Because of
teams are
Chelsea. When
going to
Chelsea,
yes,
I'm telling you.
they want to give their all to beat a
Yeah,
team like Chelsea so
exactly.
that they can have it
Sure,
on their record that we beat Chelsea, we did this, we did that.
sure.
So that's where it's coming from. Everybody wants to beat Ghana. So, but let's be honest, if you look at the table and the way we've been performing in the AFCON qualifiers, we
Is it the
cannot
World Cup
complain
qualifiers
about
or the
no
AFCON?
the AFCON. If you look at the
AFCON.
performances in the AFCON qualifiers, compare it to the table right now, I was even thinking Mali would be doing better because let's be honest,
Yeah,
if you look at our table, Mali has the best individual
the
players,
best and the
like
best team. Like they
and
have a
the
team,
best team.
not only
Yes,
individual players. They have a
they
team.
have the
They play as a
best
team.
team in our group, and they even have 5 points from 4 games. So if they have 5 points and we have 7 points, it means we are doing well, and I we should be able to win our next match at home, which will take us to
That brings
11 or
me.
12 points.
Brings me to my next question. Is it winnable?
Oh, for
Can we
Chad,
win
we should
against
be
Chad?
able to beat Chad easily. We should be able to win Chad by more than 3 goals.
You know,
If
anytime we talk, we have to add facts. So, on what basis are we going to beat Chad at this time?
I like I told you, Chad in the group they have 0 points from 4 games. They've conceded 9 goals. They've only scored one. Like they are,
And then we are playing
we
home.
are
The
playing
Black
at
Stars are
home.
playing home.
Yes, we are playing at
Baba
home.
Yara
We are not playing. No, we are playing at Accra Sports Stadium.
across Post Stadium. Okay.
Yes, and so if you look at this chart team, there's no way we should. Even if we can't win by a huge margin of goals, we should just win. In the qualifiers, you just need to win. It's our next match that will be a problem because we are going away to Madagascar, who are third on the table, and they will also want to do
That's
something.
going to be yeah. That's going to be a very tough match. So,
Mm.
looking at our World Cup qualifying form and that of the Afcon form, how is that we are improving? We improved. I mean, or we've performed very well in the World Cup qualifiers, but the AFCON we performed abysmally, very poor.
Well, I can't really tell. I can't really tell the difference, but
Scheiße.
maybe we underestimate. In my opinion, I think we
That's a valid
underestimated
point.
the
That's a valid
teams
point.
the teams
That's a valid point.
in our
Yeah,
AFCON
sure,
group we did, and it's like when it comes to the World Cup, everybody wants to be at the World Cup, so
sure.
the players really gave
Okay,
their
hold
all.
on, hold on. Is it that we paid so much attention to the World Cup qualifier than that of the AFCON
Yes,
qualifier?
I think so. I think so. I think so.
So we
I think
prioritize the World Cup for the AFCON.
yes, I think so.
But the AFCON is much more winnable than that of the World Cup. Why didn't we pay much attention to the AFCON?
Well, if you are a player and you are playing for a lower league team, the probability of a big team coming for you after the World Cup, where you've performed very well, is high. So not many people pay attention to the AFCON, except for Africans who are interested in it. But for the World
What
Cup,
happened to the what happened to the country's taste for trophy? It's been so many years, over 48 years since we won the AFCON, and have we lost our priorities? Why should we trade something that's more difficult to win than that looks possible to win?
well,
We should consider the patriotic aspect as well. Yeah, we know the mileage that the World Cup brings. We know the exposure you get, but patriotism is a factor. The i- that is why the Egyptians would always love to perform better and win the Afcon than to perform. Just to feature in the World Cup. It doesn't make sense.
well, I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't think we would have been able to win the how do you call it AFCON, even if we qualified for it. That's the honest truth. I don't think we'll be able to beat Morocco. We'll be able to beat Algeria, Egypt, even Nigeria now. It will be hard. Ivory Coast, all these other teams. Well, sometimes AFCON doesn't favor the big teams, but
Sure.
I don't see Ghana winning the AFCON, even if we had qualified. Because it's very rare that a North African team goes to the AFCON and a team from West Africa or any part of Africa goes and so every time they are hosting, I just close my mind that a North African team will win.
End of
Or
Afcon country will win.
mostly it's the host nation that wins. And Morocco have really invested a lot in their football and
I
they
tell
want
you.
to win the AFCON. I
Yep.
think they really
Yep.
want to win the AFCON this time and they'll do everything in their power to.
So our group. Who do you tip to win the group?
Well, initially it was between, um, for me, it was between Ghana and Mali.
Ghana and Mali.
Yes. But right
But you
now,
feel Mali
okay,
is
honestly, I can't make
there.
my
There.
assessment.
There is still yeah. There are more games to play.
Yes, I can't make my assessment yet until this round of fixtures have been played. That's the two fixtures that are coming up. After that, if Comoros is still doing well, I would tip them. But if they are not doing well, then I think it will be even Central African Republic. They when they came to Ghana, they gave us a really tough match. I remember that match. We won 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. 4-3. It was a really tough match for us. So the group is tough. It's not easy like that. So let's this let's wait for this round of matches to pass.
Sure,
Then we'll
makes
see
sense.
how it
Makes
goes.
sense. All right. Now away from.
So, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please continue on subscribing, liking the videos, continue to share the videos. We will come back with more interesting content, interesting topics to talk about on our Facebook. Like the videos, leave your comments,
Comment.
and keep on sharing. We love you guys. We will
Yep.
bring you more content. We are out.
Peace out. Yeah.